Hi, this video looks at horizontal integration. Last video was on vertical integration. We're now looking at the pros and cons of horizontal integration. But what exactly is horizontal integration? Well, in the previous video we looked at vertical integration, which was where a car manufacturer either did backward vertical integration or forward vertical integration, but essentially vertical integration is about integrating the supply line, growing your business through expanding through combining the different processes in the supply chain. Horizontal integration occurs when we purchase business that operate at the same stage of the production process, and this is a selection of the brands in the VW group who have expanded through horizontal integration by buying different brands of car manufacturers, essentially, who do the same thing as VW. Okay, so that's what horizontal integration is. Rather than moving up and down the supply chain, VW have chosen that they're going to do horizontal integration and buy the different brands in the car market. So what are the advantages and disadvantages of doing that? Well, the advantages are that this should generate more internal economies of scale than say vertical integration, because we're taking over businesses that do the same thing. So we use the same suppliers. It's going to be easier to bulk buy. The managers in one organisation should be able to have skills that are applicable across the other organisations, and therefore we can employ fewer managers. Okay, we don't maybe need, if we're integrating Seat, Skoda and VW, maybe we don't need 3 marketing managers. We can just make do with 1. And risk-bearing economies of scale. Okay, so maybe one of the car manufacturers can try and bring out an electric car and see how that goes, and then the other brands within the group will benefit from that. One brand takes the risk, they find out what the dangers are, they find out what the problems are with releasing an electric car, and then the other brand learn from that. And so the risk is less of producing more products. It should generate synergies, so we should learn from each other, and we should be able to combine our expertise to create better cars than we could before. We might be able to reduce our costs through rationalisation. So, rather than having 3 different marketing departments across the 3 different businesses, Seat, Skoda and VW, we can just have 1 marketing department, and therefore we'll be able to lose some staff, we cut our costs, and the business becomes more efficient as a result. Maybe we can generate economies of scope, so we use our facilities more effectively. We can, rather than having 3 different car plants, maybe we have 2 car plants and 1 factory we repurpose for producing commercial vehicles like vans or lorries. Okay, they're similar. It's going to require similar equipment and similar skills, but we can use our resources more efficiently now to increase our range of products, so we get economies of scope. Basically, when we engage in horizontal integration, we're buying our competitors. We're going to increase our market share. We're buying their customers effectively, which is going to immediately increase our market share, or maybe it will allow us to access new market segments. So you can see that Bentley and Porsche are part of the VW group. Bentley and Porsche drivers wouldn't necessarily have purchased VWs before, so it gives VW access to a new range of customers. Okay, new market segment. And also we're purchasing an established brand. We don't need to spend time marketing that brand, promoting it with consumers. We've got an established brand that may be already popular, have a good brand name with different consumers, and so we pay money in order to do that. However, we can start to experience diseconomies of scale. It's going to become more difficult to communicate between different groups, especially when we're doing international expansion and we're trying to, we're doing horizontal integration with a company that's not from the same country as us, different language, different cultures. It's going to become more difficult to coordinate those companies, and staff may be demotivated. All right, it can be, staff are likely to be worried for their jobs. A common reason for horizontal integration is to engage in rationalisation, make companies work more efficiently, which is often code word for fire a load of workers and reduce costs that way. So we can start to experience diseconomies of scale. Also, it can be very difficult to start to recognise these synergies that we expect we're going to get. It's going to be difficult to integrate two companies. There's going to be unforeseen things. It might be difficult to integrate the management systems. Maybe there's very different management styles, or maybe the cultures of the two businesses are very different. Maybe there's problems within an organisation that the purchasing organisation didn't realise, which means that it's difficult to benefit from the takeover in the way that we thought was possible. Related, I guess, to the motivation point, there can be employee resistance to the takeover, which makes it difficult to manage those employees. And the government may get involved, particularly where there are competition concerns. So, for example, Tesco wouldn't be able to merge with Sainsbury's in the UK. It would create too big a company, it would be too powerful, and the government would stop that.